Greetings, every people. It's your cult personality here, Toon Critics the name. Toon is the name of my game. Welcome back to Roundtable's Magic, a show where we take a look at Season 6 of MLP and other things.
I am interrupting for Keyframe.
God.
Mystery's on the train!
Oh my god.
It's the mystery on the Oriental Express. You better get your spectacles.
I'm just used to it by now. This is just a recurring gag. Alright, whatever. Welcome back to Roundtable's Magic. We're in the Season 2 process still, and I think we've picked a pretty fun episode today. We've gotten back from Pacific PonyCon and we've had time to think about this. So, let me introduce the people. We have, of course, British Ninja.
Hi.
Who is not fired. I was talked out of firing him.
The force was strong with me.
Yes, it
I'm
was.
on the force.
We have Golden Fox.
Hello, everyone.
Keyframe is sick from Con Crud, so she will not be joining us.
However, honey, come on.
No, however.
Keyframe, you've caught a case of the dead.
E&Y was kind enough to record my likes and dislikes, so I can stick at my feet.
Okay, replace Key with A&Y. That works. Just slap A&Y in the picture.
Oh gosh.
Hashtag replace. Oh god damn it, A&Y, get out the chat.
We also have Lightning
The true
Bliss.
A&Y is in the chat. You son of a.
What was that?
I was saying we also have Lightning Bliss.
I have Cockrat too, but that's okay. I have rainbows.
We have Voice of Reason.
Hello. What's your power level?
Oh my god! He's so awesome! But he's so stupid!
And
Broly is the devil.
now on
Oh my
Roundtable's
God,
Magic.
he's so goddamn cool!
On Roundtable's Magic, I am all about giving people opportunities, and since we're in the Season 2 process, we've had quite a few not well-known reviewers, but here I have someone for you guys who is currently in the top 8 of the Analysis Daily Tournament right now. Relatively unknown guy, but I feel like he deserves a fair spot in the spotlight. Deckard Spade.
Hey there. Thanks for having me.
Alright.
No problem. Thanks for joining.
Today's episode, Mystery on the Friendship Express, one of my favorite episodes of Season 2. Who are we going to get started? Who should kick this off? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, da 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 ba da da da, heavity, hibida, hibida, bliss.
Oh, okay. Mystery on the Friendship Express. Well, is it so cliche and childish of me that the biggest thing that attracted me from the very start was the food?
Of course.
I see this big, glorified, beautifully designed cake, and the cakes are just super paranoid about it being destroyed, and they have to go through all this efforts just to get it on the train, that they even had to tear apart half of the wall of the train just to get it on board. And then you have a chocolate mousse and the donuts and the what do you call them? Claret something.
Eclairs.
Eclairs, thank you. Oh, I've had an eclair once. They're okay, but they're not, in my opinion, they're not all that cracked up. But, man, that mascarpone mango, come on. Don't tell me that didn't make your mouth water. Come on.
I like cake. I mean, you can never go wrong with cake.
The cake is a lie.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Oh,
We're getting that joke out of the way right now because I know that joke is a meme, and at least we got it out of the way on this freaking podcast. There's only one "the cake is a lie" meme on this podcast, and that was it.
Also, I'd like to further point out the cake really isn't alive. If you paid attention at the end of Portal, there was a cake sitting there the whole time before somebody put out the little candle.
If you had just listened to GLaDOS, you would have gotten cake.
Anyway, continuing on, Bliss.
Oh, and then you got the chocolate mousse and the donuts, and some of those characters, like they all make they all make cameos or comebacks later on in the season, and I love that about the episode. And of course, I love any episode with food in it. Anyway, so I will pass it off to Deckard Spade.
So,
Okay.
Deckard, we usually pick just one thing we liked and then pass it on, and then when we get back to you, you say one thing you didn't like. So, what is one thing you liked about this episode?
I would have to say the Donut Joe 007 scene. That had to be probably my favorite thing from the episode, because it was corny as it was. It was done well, and I had a good chuckle at the name. What was it, Con Main?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, those were pretty funny. If I could pinpoint out the similarities of that, but I also liked the donkey cutout scene where she's a ninja. I'm like, how cool is that? This old donkey is a badass ninja dressed in black.
That's so silly. Who would ever do such a thing?
The fun ideas that get into Pinkie Pie's head in this episode was awesome.
Who would ever dress as a ninja? Disgusting.
Ninja's not really a ninja. He got his ninja license in a Cracker Jack box.
Anywho, Deckard, who do you pass it off to?
I'll pass it off to Voice.
Okay, one thing I liked about this episode was Twilight.
Yeah.
Like, or rather, the confirmation that Twinkie is best ship.
Yes,
Oh, you stole my point!
Twinkie.
Dang it!
Twinkie!
I've always loved the dynamic between Twilight and Pinkie Pie. The
very introverted
like
versus
fantasy
extroverted.
meets reality.
Yeah.
Like even in like episodes like Feeling Pinkie Keen, which I know a lot of people really hate, but I just love that that dynamic of trying to reason with the whatever goes on in Pinkie Pie's head, and then trying to bring her down to reality and work things out, working out the mystery together. But I'll get to that point hopefully in my negatives, because I have something to say about that. Anyway, I shall now pass it off on to, since I stole it from you, Toon.
Okay, yeah, so echoing off of Voice, I really do love the mystery dynamic here. This I think is a better mystery than what's the episode? I'm trying to remember. Why am I blanking on the name of the episode? I know which one it is.
Olap Donut, you son of a gun.
Rarity Investigates. I like this one better. I'm sorry, I blanked for a second. But I loved. I think this is a better mystery. I loved how this one played out. You could never really figure out what exactly happened. But spoilers, by the way, if anyone hasn't seen the episode, I apologize. But I think what really sells the mystery is the very end, where they're just like, "Oh yeah, I was the one who did it, and me." Oh. Well, okay then. I was not expecting that. Bravo! What played, Hasbro? What played? But it's so great, though. I loved how everything just went together for this mystery. The whole entire mystery it's very hard to do a good mystery, especially if you've seen a lot of them. You can usually tell how these are going to go. It's usually by the numbers, but this one, I think, went a little bit off the numbers. You painted outside of the numbers, and of course, who better to do that than Pinkie Pie in this? So that's my good thing about this. So I'm gonna pass it off to KNY.
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 All right.
Okay. Turn it up. What I like. Oops, wrong one.
Should we just chuck him in here?
Likes about the episode. Love comedy. Season 2 is least favorite. You're wrong. Best season. Because blah 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 blah. Same structure. Blah blah blah. Cut scenes. Pinkie. Imagine if the crime makes her laugh. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, it's just funny. She thinks it's funny. That's what she likes.
All right.
Well, thank you.
Thank you,
KNY.
KNY.
K-bye.
K-bye.
Me.
Wait,
All right.
what?
What I liked Well, this
Passed it
episode
off to
has
himself.
Sherlock Holmes references, and when I see Sherlock Holmes, I think Sherlock, the BBC show, and when I think Sherlock, I think Christopher Cucumber Ben, whatever, and, well, he's hot,
Benedict
so
Cumberbatch.
that's something.
As an Englishman, I'm triggered.
And I
Right.
pick Golden Fox.
How the hell is he doing this? He's not even in the podcast, and yet he's passing it off to people.
Wait,
It's also a recording.
It's a recording
Those were all
of
recordings.
himself.
Wait, Golden
Those were all
Fox hasn't gone yet,
recordings
so...
that ANY had in advance, and he somehow estimated that I was going to be one of the last few people.
How did he know?
That is
Okay,
smart.
okay, Golden Fox, go ahead.
All right. One thing I liked about this episode, this is kind of echoing off of Deckard Spade here. I like the old movie references, James Bond, the Kill Bill, and the what was
It was
the
a
other
silent
one?
movie.
Yeah, it pretty much this is definitely those kind of scenarios are something in which somebody who's a film major would go crazy over. And I've seen people who are film majors going crazy over this episode because of that very moment, and I wouldn't blame them. They're very fun to look at. That's really all I have to say about the episode. So, British, I think you're the last one.
Yeah, I'm the
All right,
latest.
go ahead.
Okay, so my point is just a weird conglomeration of Golden, Lightning Bliss, and I think Toon also echoed this a little bit. The amount of references in this episode is staggering, but not overwhelming. It doesn't directly reference stuff. It just takes the best bits of a genre or movie, the best sort of stereotypes and genre cliches, and it adds its own little spin on it, like the silent film, James Bond, Kill Bill, a hint of Sherlock Holmes. And, speaking of the Sherlock Holmes thing, it did the whole mystery thing so much better than Rarity Investigates because it didn't immediately reveal who the culprit was actually going to be. It was just an interesting twist. Segueing into what I don't like about this episode is that it was a little too difficult as a mystery. It was a little too cryptic. There was this scene where Twilight examines the picture, but Twilight's covering the frame and we can't see what she's examining, and then she just kind of immediately stuffs it in her pocket. We don't get to see the clues until the reveal, and that's not how you mystery.
It's kind of like
That's
Scooby-Doo
part of the-
logic.
Stole mine.
That's part of the reason why I liked Rarity Investigates more. It's because they
Just
let
a
the
tad.
viewers guess,
Yeah.
despite the predictable nature of,
Yeah.
oh, it's Flynn Rider, let's use this huge sign here.
In some ways, this episode is a great mystery, but a terrible build-up. Rarity Investigates is a terrible mystery, but a great build-up.
That's
And
weird
with
in a
that,
sense.
I will pass it back to Golden Fox.
He just left.
Oh, well,
Wait a second.
Key A and Y.
No, just wait, he's coming back.
Sorry about that.
Your next pal.
All right. I don't hate this episode, but this is one of my least favorite episodes of the season. It just feels very dull and boring to me. But
Well, A and Y have some words for you.
yeah, I know people are gonna throw their hatred at me on this one. The one thing I didn't like is how they took the moral of the episode about how you shouldn't jump to conclusions, and they hammered it in so hard during the last act. Every time Twilight goes to mention somebody, Pinkie is immediately quick to judge, and this goes on and on. We get it. Don't jump to conclusions. And it started to become extremely annoying.
I can agree with that, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, you're going down! Pinkie, hold on a second. It's it's just constantly happening. It's you're kind of postponing the episode when you're doing that, Pinkie. All right, so who went before me?
And Key and
Alright,
Y.
KNY.
All right, Annie Key, you're up.
No.
Oh,
And she dropped the phone.
Okay.
she got it. She got it.
I got it.
So what I totally did not like about this episode is the fact that we have all those Sherlock references, but no Cucumber Ban. Where is Cucumber Ban? Or
Jesus Christ, I'm going to kill you at BronyCon. It's Benedict Cumberbatch. Cumberbitch.
Oh, see, you messed it up! You messed it up! You can't even say the name right!
It's Combakin Batchimich.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, we could let him continue.
Here's what I disliked.
what Key didn't like. Something about the mystery. Great. A reference to Pony POV because, goddammit, can't we forget about this episode? I like the concept. One thing that makes the plot interesting for the audience: clues. Yeah, there are no clues, so audience is basically screwed. So that's why Key basically says this episode sucks.
Keyframe is clues.
Lies and balderdash. This is my favorite episode of season 2.
You know, if it's one thing that they forgot to reference entirely, it was Mystery on the Oriental Express. Like, I know the title referenced that.
Orient Express, not Oriental.
Orient Express. Sorry, I had that joke from Doctor Who stuck in my head.
It was Zach who came before me, right?
Yeah. All right. So one thing I did.
Pass it on to Zach.
What? How did he do? What?
Okay, so he must be following the podcast and
Yeah.
recording it as he
There's
goes.
no way. There's no way he would have known.
Unless he recorded 5 individual messages, so one to pass it off to Zach, one to pass it off to me, one to pass it off to the...
You know, at this rate, we should just have him on the podcast. But no,
What?
I kind of
just
like
said.
this.
I just said throw him in the call, it would have been much easier.
I don't know. Okay, so what did I not like about this episode? Okay, so now for me, this is a bit of a nitpick because I really loved this episode, but if I had to pick one thing that I didn't like, I wish this episode had gone on for a little bit longer.
So
I
you mean
know.
the pacing should have been faster?
I think so. As much as I love this episode, the one thing I would have liked to have seen, I would have liked to there have been a little bit more time given to it.
On what?
I guess on... Okay, admittedly, I just wanted another film reference. Because I love the film references in this. Like, I think probably my favorite was either the James Pone one or the silent film one. Because I love how imaginative Pinkie is with this.
So your biggest criticism is that there's not more of it.
Yes.
Right.
I'm willing to bet you would have wanted to see like a Ben-Hur reference or something.
Maybe. Now, I'm gonna pass it off, but actually, I'm gonna mix things up a little bit. I'm not gonna pass it back to who was before me.
Was it Voice?
Voice.
Yeah.
Voice. Okay, no, I'm gonna pass it off to cartoons.
Oh, god damn it.
No!
Oh,
Hey,
Zach.
guess what? I got my own badge for these sort of moments. Okay, so I'm just really gonna quickly get this out of the way. What I liked about this episode, the cake. Can you imagine if that cake was an actual thing? I know that there are some, like, crazy people. Have you seen Cake Bosses? Because I'm pretty sure that we could get something like this. And I guarantee you would not be able to get through this in just one go.
Zach, the viewers are dropping.
I'm sorry, Bliss. Can you not handle the edge? Either that or she's just allergic to me, which is understandable. Edge is highly contagious. But here's the one thing that I didn't like about this episode. The cake. Do you have any idea how many calories are in that thing? Somebody could die from eating all of that. I'm sure someone would want me to eat the cake. I know I have some very rabid fans.
In that case, you live
Not me
forever.
or Pinkie Pie.
That cake, as great as it looks, is the greatest thing, but also the worst thing about this episode, because Lord knows if you tried to actually eat that cake, you would die. You would die, but at least you would have a happy stomach, and I think that is how some people would prefer. Anyway, that's just my thoughts, so I'm going to pass it
Pinkie
back
dies
to...
at the end?
You know, for some people, I'm sure they'd prefer that. Anyway, let's give it back to Voice of Reason.
5 minutes. Anyway,
Bye. What?
it's a reference to squash match. Anyway,
Oh, nice.
Sorry.
thing I didn't like. Well, you kind of stole mine with the mystery sucked. But yeah, I'll go on to continue on that. It was kind of obvious that it was Rainbow Dash, Fluttershy, and Rarity who took a bite of the cake.
Well, it had to be a Pegasus, because they were flying.
Fluttershy, Rarity, and Rainbow Dash.
Well, to be fair, I did love Pinkie. It was like, oh, who turned off the moon? That was great.
Somebody turn on the lights. I can't see crap.
Stop touching me. I kill you.
This isn't your normal everyday darkness.
This
This
is
is
advanced.
Advanced darkness.
That was good.
Yeah, it was kind of obvious, and the fact that we didn't get to see the clues that Twilight was showing us. I mean, we got a brief look at the picture, but that's it. So, yeah, I'll pass it back to Deckard.
I just have a couple of nitpicks. One, I'm going to actually go back to the cake for a second. I mean, Big Mac has been seen moving a house at some point.
Oh
And-
boy, here we go.
Here we go.
And he can't lift the cake?
Big
Well,
Mac's strength
a
is
lot of
convenient to the plot.
Yeah.
Well, what did they bake
Yeah,
into the
Deckard-
cake to make it that heavy?
Hang on. What were you saying,
Yeah,
Fox?
Deckard, like, you're not the only one. So many people brought it up. Like, me and Keyframe brought it up. And there was that possible theory that the magic potion, or the poison from Hearts and Tuesday has this, like, magical property that would give them extra strength to achieve its goal. Other people said that Big Mac was just trying to, like, balance it, but even he was having trouble just standing still holding it up. I'm pretty much with you on this one.
How much does that cake weigh then?
About the same size as the person who eats it.
So Celestia.
Hey,
Isn't that-
could you
wait,
imagine
wait,
trying
isn't
to
this-
At the end.
Isn't this the
Celestia.
episode that sparked the Celestia cake meme?
Yeah.
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 No, it was the episode before that.
Ah,
Ponyville
okay.
Confidential.
I like how they showed it in Ponyville Confidential and then immediately followed up with Celestia eating cake. That was good.
Nam nam.
No, tempting to eat cake. She never got the chance to.
Oh.
You were saying, Deckard.
You know, back in the day, she would have been banished to the moon for 1,000 years for trying that shit.
And there goes the PG rating. You were saying, Deckard.
Well, that and the chocolate mousse. I
It's a
mean,
pun.
yeah, I get that, but it was a really bad one.
Well, not necessarily. It was a play on words, and this competition wasn't just about taste. It was also about decor.
It was bad, and you should feel bad for
I
life.
was
Oh,
bad.
give it up! Oh,
I-
y'all are just.
Go ahead.
I guess you
Deckard.
could say the mousse was in bad taste.
Ha ha
Also,
See,
I
that's
like
funny.
this guy. Can we have him on more?
also, just saying. Have you ever had chocolate mousse? I think
I
does not
have.
have the consistency to hold a shape.
I've never had those before.
It's like a thick pudding.
Chocolate
Pudding
mousse
is not
is
going to be shaped like.
gorgeous.
It is thick, and at certain temperatures, it can hold its shape.
If you keep it frozen.
I would argue that a unicorn magically kept it like that for her, so
I
it could.
have
Okay,
a feeling it's
you
some
guys
mix of
whose
chocolate
offspring
mousse and
never
jello.
mentioned occurrences to support your points.
Well, the way that Keyframe, the way that it wiggled, it make it seems like it was part jello, part mousse.
Yeah, that too.
It's not
Okay.
mousse.
But the mousse with plus jello kind of have the same ring to it as the mousse. The
It's gonna,
mousse,
it's gonna be more than
the
moose coming out the other
mousse.
way.
I'll concede to the point of comedy, but I'm not going to concede to say that you use off-screen events that were never mentioned to help support your points. That makes no sense.
Anyway, Deckard, did you have anything else?
No, I'm forgetting who. I guess
Bliss.
Bliss. I think you haven't gone yet.
I am the last. I am the last. I am the last of my race. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, you were the first, so.
Yeah, I know. Well, maybe it's just me, but I've never been a huge fan of mystery things in general.
How dare you
Um,
mock Scooby-Doo?
Yeah, I'm not. It's not
He's
saying it's a
coming
bad
for you.
episode. It's just my.
Going to
It's
solve
not,
the mystery.
okay, you're gonna hate me for this, but it's not my cup of tea.
I don't like
Ha
It's not my tea and crumpets, okay?
All jokes aside, I'm a coffee person.
ha.
I love coffee. We need to have a coffee time together. But yeah, I'm just not a huge fan on mystery episodes, so this episode already had something bad going for me. I'm not okay, but that's just a personal reference. That doesn't mean it was a bad episode. To be honest, if I could put my bias aside, if I had anything to nitpick about, Uh,
I suppose the
people
ponies.
the friends who committed the crime. I was shocked. I mean, oh, it was a great mystery. Oh, yeah, I did see that coming, but at the same time, I was disturbed by it.
You know,
Like, here are the cakes. They put their heart and sweat and tears into making this beautiful, luxurious, ginormous layered cake, and it was meant for a competition, and they have the nerve to destroy it like that. What in your right mind did you tell that was going to be okay and that you weren't going to get caught? Even besides, you're her friends, and the cakes trusted Pinkie Pie to make sure this cake wouldn't be damaged, and you friends ruined that. What is wrong? What kind of friends are these?
Hungry
they're
friends.
just a little bite.
No, even that you're basically contaminating the cake. You can't share it with anybody after that. One bite, you ruin the whole thing. I'm sorry, it's just the way it is. That's like, I don't know, that's like me entering an art competition with a really large art piece, and I describe how beautiful it is and all, and wanting to decide you wanted to help improve it and go behind my back and ruin it by accident. That's basically how I'm comparing it to.
It's more if they like ate the painting, which is a weird thing to do. Just saying.
I'm not saying ate the pain. Let's just say that they just couldn't resist, and I understand temptation, but this could have potentially hurt Pinkie Pie's reputation with the cakes. Not to mention the cakes themselves. They worked so hard on that pastry dish. I mean, I watch Food Network all the time. Who here has watched Food Network?
Me.
Does anybody watch those cake challenges?
Cake Boss.
Or Cake Wars? The people get so... And these people are working in teams, and they're stressing themselves out to make this delicious cake and design it in a way for a theme, like, I don't know, Toy Story. Or
Where's the lamb sauce?
Wrong show.
You see what they go through to win. And that's basically what I'm comparing it to. And... those were not good friends that episode. They were not very good friends at all, and I was very, very saddened by that. But at the end of the day, what reels me back in, like Lightning was, let's go back to the world of fiction. You're a lot happier there. Okay, it's just a kids show, and they learned a lesson from it, so it's okay. And the best part is Pinkie Pie again is being shown as best pony for his Keyframe because she was willing to forgive them. I mean, that takes a lot of guts to forgive your friends after they contaminated a cake that you were in charge of protecting. Good job, Pinkie. You are a very good friend. You are so tolerable.
Well, you got your lesson and your cake too.
I got my lesson and my cake.
They get to have their cake and eat it too.
But I didn't get to eat the cake. Where's my piece of cake?
Yeah, fan artist. Where is Bliss's piece of cake?
Life isn't always a piece of cake, Lightning.
With the changeling transformation in places where it shouldn't be.
What'd she say?
Nothing.
Something in Keyframe and knees.
Ah, Jesus. Anyway. I think that's a good place to end it, because moral of the story, you can have your cake and eat it too. And it's a pretty good cake.
Yeah.
It's hard to beat.
It's fairly
But anyway.
good cake.
So, if you have made it this far, Key feels.
And why? What did they win?
I don't think they recorded anything.
Well, Key, if they've made it this far, since you're the one that usually does it, what should people put down in the comments if they made it this far?
Hashtag any key hijacks for the win.
Get down with the sickness. Ooh,
Did a hip and hop, and you don't stop right to the bed.
You get swerved. Nice.
Yeah, I think we... Oh, yeah, someone in the chat just pointed out we were right next to 1,100 followers, so holy crap.
Woo.
That's pretty good.
Wow, nice.
Now,
You guys are kick-ass.
next week's Roundtable is going to be very special. It is going to be on January 22nd, which is not just my birthday, but it's also Jasper Pie's, Joey's birthday as well, and I believe also
And my
Charky.
dad's.
Huh?
Wait. Okay, ANY gave me something.
Oh, god damn it.
If you made it this far, put it in the chat. Hashtag ANYKnows.
Okay.
Hashtag ANY knows. Everybody get that?
Yes,
Hashtag
ANY's nose. ANY's nose.
ANY's
Like
nose.
NOS. ANOSE nose.
Oh, dear God. And
Anyway.
I like chocolate cake.
But yes, there will be a very special roundtable next week because, as I said, it's not just my birthday, but also Joey's birthday and also Acharki's birthday, who is Eliora's boyfriend. What we're going to be doing for this very special occasion, we are going to have a review of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie, and we're doing this in preparation for the upcoming Power Rangers movie. It's going to be a pain. But who are we going to have on this? We're going to have quite a few people. We are going to have, of course, Voice of Reason and British Ninja, but we are also mixing things up because we are also adding Solar Flare, Rosie Sievers, and one of our good friends, Steam Team Redub UK. I said your name too, right, Ninja?
Yes.
Okay. This is going to be a big star-studded cast. We're looking forward to it because we get to talk about original Power Rangers, which is going to be great. After that, there will not be a podcast on the 29th because Voice of Reason and I will be at PonyCon NYC. Yay.
Yay. I haven't actually planned anything for that, so I don't think there'll be a roundtable then.
All right.
Unless I
Yes.
think of something, I don't know.
Thank you guys for turning out for this. You all are awesome. We all love you. If you would like to follow, if you've never seen this live, go ahead to my Twitch, follow us. We do these podcasts on every Sunday, and I also stream game streams on Tuesdays and Fridays. We'll figure out something for Tuesday. I've not figured out what I'm going to do yet. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Good thank you, sir, to Deckard Spade for coming on. Definitely subscribe to his stuff. If he made it to the top 8 of Analysis Daily, he is worth watching, in my opinion.
Speaking of, go vote in Analysis Daily. I think
Voting's
Golden
over.
Key... Oh, is it over? Okay,
it's
well,
over.
next
Yeah, I
round,
think it
stay
already ended.
vigilant. Stay vigilant, stay vigilant, you know?
Rainbows make you smile.
The next voting thing, it'll be the finale next, I suppose.
I think.
Or the
No,
semi-finals.
it'll be down to like the final 4 and then the final 2.
Yes, so support Analysis Daily. It helps back up the community and the Secret Rift. It's a great thing. Even if I got my ass kicked by Finn the Pony, no hard feelings. Finn's awesome.
Even though I got my
He's
ass
just
kicked
wrong.
by Golden Fox, no hard feelings.
And I probably got my ass kicked by Key. So yeah.
No hard feelings there, I suppose.
But yes, thank you all for watching, and we will see you on the next roundtable. Stay awesome, and thank you for watching. Da-da-da-da-da-da.